Hello everyone. So today I'll be talking about how to be your competition in 2022. So remember in the last video I discussed on how to be your competition, and I gave an example saying that being your competition means that you, for instance, you can set goals for yourself, use your goals or your targets as a benchmark, and then you try to track them and measure how far you've gone or what you have achieved, as against comparing yourself with others and comparing yourself against other people's achievements, right? So that's about being your competition. So I just want to mention a few points on how you can practically get this done. Now, the first point is vision. Do you have a vision for what you want to do? Do you have a clear-cut vision as to where you are going? Right now, you say write the vision and make it plain. So when you have that vision, you write it down. Write down the vision. For instance, now I can say that I want to, if you are maybe a small business or you're a business owner, and I say I want to scale up my business. I have a business, but I want to scale it up to this particular point. Now that's my vision. I write it down where I can see it, and I can always go back and look at it. Or for instance, I say I want to start an NGO. It's my vision. I've had the vision. I want to start an NGO. Yes, you write it down. So now when you have this vision, how do I go about it? What do I need to put in place? What are the structures? What are the models that I need to use, to achieve that? So first, have a vision, write it down. The second point is have goals. Like I mentioned in the last video, it's key that you have goals. Now when you want to move from where you are to where you want to go, now one tool of achieving that is to have goals. Now for you to have goals, there's this acronym for when you say for goals. Now the acronym is SMART, meaning your goals should be smart, they should be specific, they should be measurable, they should be attainable, they should be realistic, and they should be time bound, right? So I'll just quickly go through what that means, right? If you haven't heard about it before. So now the first one is to be specific. Your goals need to be direct, detailed, and meaningful, right? Now for instance, I can say I want to scale up my business I want to scale up my business 10 times, my business profit 10 times what it is now. So let's take for example, I'm earning currently per annum annually 1 million naira, for instance. Now I want to scale it up times 10. That means 10 million. I want to increase it to 10 million per annum. Now I'm being specific about my goal, right? And this is my goal, and I write it down. I want to earn 10 million in profits in my business. I'm being specific. The second one is measurable. You should be able to quantify your goal, to be able to track its progress, how well are you doing. Now I should be able to measure my goal. Now when I set a goal for myself, like I mentioned in the last video, you can break it down into maybe daily, weekly, monthly targets for yourself, right? So you're able to measure it. Now the measuring comes by maybe at the end of maybe the day or the week. I'm able to measure, in this case, how much have I made this week, how much have I made this month, am I on track, does it look like I'm moving towards my goal? I should be able to measure it, quantify it. The next one is to be attainable. Now your goal should be realistic, right? With the tools and the resources you currently have that at your disposal. Now you cannot set a goal that is not attainable, or that it's not that for some it might be attainable, but for you at that moment it might not be attainable, based on the resources at your disposal or your tools. So ensure that whatever goals you are setting should have the tools and resources. Now for instance, I've said I want to increase my profits by 10. So what does that mean? It means probably if I'm working offline, or even online, I might need more hands, maybe capable. I need to delegate some things. So it means I'll probably I'll have to recruit more staff, right? If you need maybe I want to get a physical place, or I want to get more IT, internet, somebody to handle my advertising, so many things, increase my product range, increase my customer base, because that is key. That is what will translate into profit. So many things that you need to put in. So is it attainable? Do I have the resources to be able to achieve that? Now, is it relevant? Your goals should align with your mission. Now, I'll give an example. It's just an example. For instance, I've said I want to increase my profit, isn't it? And maybe every day, instead of me looking for ways to achieve this daily, let's say I'm going for parties every day or every other day, and it has nothing to do with the goal I want to achieve of increasing my revenue. But there's nothing wrong in going for parties. If, for instance, I'm going for parties because I want to network with people so I can increase my customer base, then in that context, it could be relevant, as long as it's helping me to meet my goals. I hope that is clear. Now, the last point is it should be time-based. I should be able to set a timeline to achieving this target. I should have a deadline. Now, in this case, I've said I want to make 10 million, right? So my deadline on my target, because it's an annual target. My target is, for instance, by December, the beginning of the year is January this year, 2022. So by December 2022, I want to have earned at least 10 million naira in profit for my business. That's the deadline. So at the end of the year, I need to have achieved that. But remember, I said that you should be able to track it. Remember, we said you should be measurable. So before then, you'll have been tracking it, say maybe on a monthly basis, to see, oh, how well are we doing? So we have 12 months in a year. Can break it down into different quarters: first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. So at the end of the first quarter, how well have we done? We've not done so well. Okay, we can do better. The second quarter, then you tweak things, and goes on and on like that until you achieve what you have set out for yourself. Now, the last point I want to mention is mentorship. Remember, like in the online video that we had with the branding and communications professional, she mentioned that it's good to have mentors. Now, for instance, in this case, we've said, okay, I want to increase my business revenue, right? So I could go and look for a mentor, somebody that has been where I already want to go, somebody that is already earning maybe millions in terms of revenue in their business, right? So this person has passed through what I want to go through now, so I don't have to make those mistakes, some mistakes, because this person has passed through. This person can now mentor me or guide me as to what I need to do, the steps, the practical steps I need to take to be able to achieve those goals. That's what a mentor is there for. A mentor is someone that's gone ahead of you, somebody that so people say you can get mentors by maybe somebody that is ahead of you. Some even suggest that maybe through books you can gain mentorship through maybe following somebody by reading their books. Different thoughts on that, but ensure that whoever is mentoring you is working well with it, and you can track the progress as you go along with this mentor. I hope these few points have helped, and I hope you'll be able to put in this use these points to help you to achieve, to be your own competition in 2022. Till I see you in the next video, take care and bye for now. Cheers.